weird. I'm
Hey, rugby fans, rugby is everywhere. The giant is awakening, and Rugby Wrap-Up is there with the alarm clock. Rugby Wrap-Up, global rugby coverage, sometimes with a wink. Weekly studio shows, daily website content, breaking news, evolving stories, the biggest names in the game on camera, all over social media. Pundits from all corners of the planet, local, global, professional, amateur, female, and male. Find it all on rugbywrapup.com.
We're into the last 3 games of day 1, the 2019 FREETAIL Sevens here from the Round Rock Multipurpose Complex. Plenty of action still to go in these pool matches. It's Atlantis, they're taking on the Orsu Jesters in Pool B, match 14 of 16. I'm Dallin Stanford, joined alongside by Kit McConaughey for the call, and it's heating up for semi-final spots.
It is indeed. Semi-final spots on the line. Seeding so important for tomorrow, and the chance to win that $4,000 pot. A good match in store between Oregon Sports Union and Atlantis, 2 veteran experienced sides.
Kat Roach, known as Miss Whataburger. She gets us underway, and it's a penalty straight up to the Oregon side. Atlantis kicking at not 10. Atlantis 1-1, Orsu 1-1. The winner of this will advance to the semi-finals tomorrow of the main cup and keep $4,000 alive. Prize money. They go to the outside, do the Jesters, and big tackle by Narada Jackson. Takes out the birthday boy, Chris Kinzer. Quick ball, there you go. Vinoy shifts it away. Looking to jump step there is Oli. Oli beats one. Finally, a couple of defenders bring him down. Aaron Martin is there to help him out. Atlantis shot loss to Gorilla Rugby in the final play of the game, 22-19, as Johnny Heron takes it on the line. He's probably 2 Dylan Karens make up 1 Johnny Heron, as Karen gets it away. Now they come back to the left-hand side. Benjamin Oli again, full of steps. Karen is there. They go to the left. Aaron Martin, step, spin, still going. This time runs into a brick wall. Karen driven back, but strong low body position. Well, you'd have to be low when you're 4 feet short, I would say. Again, another step. Still stays with Atlantis Rugby. The men from Philadelphia. Oh, busting free. Now it goes. Oli. Martin, wheels. See you later. Aaron Martin will fly towards the line. He gets the opening score in this vital pool game.
And what a start there. Martin with the score, but give all credit to Ben Oli, the man from San Mateo, California, currently residing up in North Richland Hills in the Metroplex of Dallas-Fort Worth. A great job. You take another look, Oli able to fend off one would-be tackler, finds Martin a beautiful offload, and Martin, the speed would not be caught. Atlantis with the initial 5. Again, you see Oli, look at him right there, sidestepping, shuffling. A beautiful job, able to break through. And Martin, a perfectly run support line on the spot. Karen was there as well, but he elected to go to the speedster. Martin with the 7 on his back. Strikes for Atlantis.
Happy coaches look on Lynn Howard, Chris Ryan, and Chris Howard as well. It's a family affair there. 7-0 the score. Stunning bit of work there. Aaron Martin, the finisher. And Benjamin Oli studied the Spearhead Academy, the electrician. As Mitch Vinoy goes to the air. Orsu. Oh, they let this one bounce off the top there, and it's Tyson Gray. Now their playmaker, Chandler, to the outside. Ball's loose, stays with Orsu. The Jesters 3-on-2. Trying to create numbers here. The tackle comes in from Heron. Oh, the ball spits free. Comes back to collect. Carrion. Starred in the Hobbit movies. Vinoy drifts across field, floats one over the top. Narada Jackson, the other gas man on the team. Jackson. Stutter steps. Oh, look at him. Ooh. Jackson. Draws 2. See you later. Your float's fantastic. And they'll march another one in. Excellent finish. Atlantis. 2 tries to nothing.
That is what great sevens rugby is all about. Making the first man miss, bringing that second tackler, and then finding the open teammate, get the offload to him, and let him head in for try time. That's what Action Jackson did. So good. Able to skip by one would-be tackler, found his teammate. The second Atlantis man was there. The conversion up and through. Atlantis 14-0.
Sione Masoe strikes. Atlantis this time not letting their foot off the gas like they did against Gorilla in the last clash. They beat Rock Rugby 52-0, but lost 22-19, the final play of the game against a surprise Gorilla package.
And that Gorilla team that had 2 tries in the final 2.5 minutes of the match, and you're exactly right, Down. Atlantis just took their foot off the gas. They thought they had it in the bag. They are not making that mistake here against the Jesters of Orsu.
Jesters will get a chance here with penalty at the halfway line. They're a side that lost to Gorilla Rugby 33-15 and then beat Rock Rugby 15-5. Sets up a tight finish here in this pool. Dummy thrown there by Chandler. Flicks it out the left-hand back door. This ball being lost over the head. So turnover of possession.
That's one in the case. You see Bang Lee Foliaki in front of you, maybe the biggest sevens man you'll see at 6'3" and just shy of 300 pounds, the former Texas A&M football star. You see number 11 looking at you. Hard to hold on to the ball.
Well, Todd Clever was here just a few moments ago, the director of rugby for the Major League Rugby team here. The Austin Herd not far away, and I think Foliaki should certainly be entertaining a position in the forwards there.
Foliaki, the great Texas ties, played high school football for that powerhouse of Euless Trinity up in the Metroplex, then for A&M. A few opportunities to play in the NFL, and now back to his first love of rugby.
Here comes Carrion, played with the Old Blue of New York, Tiger Rugby as well. Works with Spellman Performance, the co-founder there. Ball still available there for Carrion. Such a funny character off the field as well. It's what you want. Vinoy goes to Jackson. Narada Jackson flicks it back in field to Aaron Martin. The two wingers working in tandem. Masoe, oh, cool as you like. Very casual. Oh, and the gaps start to open up. Shut the gates. Being chased all the way. Oh, what a tackle. Aaron Martin did not see that coming, and then he gets up and waltzes over.
But still somehow able to spin away from it and in for another 5, extending the Atlantis lead. Martin's so good. And what a job from Atlantis. Unselfish. Martin, just almost impossible to bring down in space. Ball sent out to Martin here on the near side, dancing, trying to find a bit of space. And look at that, cool as the other side of the pillow, just a soft touch. And Martin, a bit of a jog and not that traditional sprint we're used to seeing from him. He turned on the jets, and he was fortunate that it wasn't too little too late as he was able to find his way out of the would-be tackle.
Well, it's a good tracking back there from Nathan Kimmel. Just couldn't stick the hit, but did well to initially get to Martin. So 3 converted tries to nothing. Atlantis lead the Oregon Sports Union, known as the Jesters, in this pool clash. Atlantis looking powerful to make the semifinals. Ball sits up. Here it comes Masoe. Masoe again, ball in one hand. This time he gives it away. And he'll get the yellow card for his effort.
No, he's not off the field.
Glimmer of hope here for the Jesters.
Go ahead.
Jesters really need to try to find points before the halftime whistle. They don't want to go into the sheds trailing 21-0.
Certainly not, as Chandler goes right over the top. Good ball.
Back.
Low contact point. The Alley Cat's in there as well. Chandler now rips it across to the other way. Also some good width on attack here. Looking for that stutter step as they go to the ground. Tyson Gray. Strong carry from him. Kick for the corner. Chasers are here. Jackson. Ball doesn't sit up for him. It's knocked on, played by a player in offside position, but just a knock, says Cat Roach, and then will take us to halftime. Dominant here from Atlantis. They lead the Oregon Sports Union by 21 points to nothing here at the FREETAIL Sevens.
sponsorships, Tradeview Markets is committed to helping the sport of rugby grow. Investing in local amateur rugby teams around the world allows Tradeview to make a positive impact in the team's community and provide support where it is really needed, rather than advertising with professional teams that don't need the money. Rugby has played a huge role in Tradeview's phenomenal success. Many of our staff play or coach rugby, and we recognize the positive influence the sport has had in their lives. This is our way of giving back to the sport. Our goal is to put a Try Tradeview logo on every top local rugby team jersey in the world.
FREETAIL Sevens action here in Round Rock, Texas. Day 1 of 2. And we're in the men's competition. 8 teams have traveled here, 2 pools. This is Pool B. 21 points to nothing. Atlantis, they lead Orsu Jesters in this game. The winner will punch their ticket into the semi-finals alongside Gorilla from this pool. They'll face Lomaiviti and the Raggamuffins as well for $4,000 on the line. I'm Dallin Stanford, alongside with me for the rest of this game, Kit McConaughey, as Atlantis look to receive this. Johnny Heron has it, flicks it back inside to the Hobbit, Carrion. Still there for Aaron Martin, scored a couple already. Martin's flying. He's flying high. Another step, looking for support runners with him. Atlantis cut loose here in the second half. It's a magic score, tremendous speed, hands are plenty. And that's our X-Man, Zach Rademacher, the 21-year-old, the yoga enthusiast that stretches the legs.
The youngster from Spokane, Washington, the man from Western Washington, just 21 years old. We haven't seen a lot of him today. But again, it's Martin opening things up. The speed of Aaron Martin, just so incredible with that speed. So difficult to bring down in the open field. You see him makes the first man miss, opens things up, able to find a Rademacher. Rademacher very nicely run support line on the spot, finds the young speedster, and he's able to barrel through and across for the opening salvo of the second half. And it continues as the first half did. All Atlantis thus far.
Well, the youngster played at Rugby Town Sevens in 2018 with the Denver Selects. One to watch for the future. You sparingly, as you said, in this tournament. It's 28 points to nothing right now, Atlantis. They're a side founded by Emil Cygnus, the Great Wizard, in 1986 as an Eastern U.S. venture, short for Atlantic Sevens. They've competed all over the world, and they find themselves here in Round Rock, Texas, at the multi-purpose complex as one of their stars, Narada Jackson. Jackson, ball in one hand, he could have got himself, flicks it over to Heron. Vinoy, strong ball carrier, works the arm. Karen sits back in the pocket. Then Karen with those dreads of his goes across field. Rademacher just looked up to Matthews play on. Well, here you go. Aaron Martin again. This will be a hat trick of tries. This guy can motor. You got Narada Jackson on one wing and you got Aaron Martin on the other. Well, he's got more moves than Ricky.
Pick your poison.
Yellow is on.
Thank you.
Jackson, Martin, both just incredible players, high steppers. A beautiful job getting through the hands, going through the phases, able to find Jackson, somehow able to hold on. This Atlantis team that came out this morning, and they were emphatic in their 52-0 victory over Rock Rugby, and then they lost a match that they were favored on paper. They lost to Gorilla 22-19. Gorilla came back 2 tries in the final 2.5 minutes. They are not making that mistake against this Orsu Jesters side. They have not taken their foot off the gas for a second. Another 5 and a completed conversion for Atlantis.
35-0 the score. Aaron Martin, 3 in a row for him in this clash.
About 7.
Of course, they'll face either the Raggamuffins or Lomaiviti, depending on how they finish, but most likely they'll play the Raggamuffins. Atlantis. Don't go 10 on the restart. Penalty to the Jesters. They really have been silent in this game as they go through Chandler. On the outside, looking to cut back in is the Alley Cat. Oh, the Alley Cat does well. He purrs into the 22. Tackle coming in there on Derek Watson, the Gator. Big ball. Wonderful left-hander pass. It sits up there. Kinzer. He throws a bit of a shocker himself, but it's his birthday, so we'll forgive him.
You would imagine at this stage of the match, the final result not in doubt at this point. Jesters playing for pride, trying to get on the scoreboard. It's been difficult.
One black coming
All the
off.
credit to Atlantis coming out on the front foot, knew what they wanted to do, knew what they had to do in this match, and they've executed that game plan to a T.
Atlantis side. The first woman played in 1992 and 2014. They had young boys and girls added as well to their roster, the youth. So they're going for many years.
Fine. Set.
Looking to be the first ever champion here at the FREETAIL Sevens. Go to freetail7s.com, of course, to keep up to date with what's happening and all the other events that this wonderful organization puts on, as Marsoe has a canter. Marsoe with a breakout. Carrion's back on the inside. Dylan Carrion, just reward. He's at hand in everything today. Wonderful score from the playmaker, Dylan Carrion, the Hobbit.
Carrion, the former Arkansas State man, back in his home state, born in Plano, Texas, up north of Dallas. He's been the distributor, the field general, marshaling his troops, and finally rewarded with a try of his own. Unselfish, going through the phases, beautiful passing. That is what we've seen all day long from Atlantis. This is when they're playing their best rugby. You call it champagne rugby. Well, I'll toast to that.
Stunning bit of work. Marsoe back inside to Carrion. Kick successful as well. It's a mammoth score, 42 points to nothing so far. Atlantis not conceded in 2 of their 3 pool games.
Teams take such pride in that, not just the offense, but keeping their opponents off the scoreboard.
Jesters finally sits up here for Nathan Kimmel. Scored a hat-trick against the Gorilla side. Oh, big contact comes in there on Eric Soto, the trumpet player who was in the marching band at Stony Brook.
See it again. It's going through, and the defense, the big hits, they're immediately closing so quickly. Orsu, not a second to think, unable to get clean passes off. Atlantis doing it on both ends of the pitch.
Tremendous pressure on them from this side from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Marsoe, double loop. Vinoy comes around the fringes. Finally goes to the deck to set ruck time. Roach on the whistle for a penalty, not rolling away. Jackson goes quickly. Vinoy is there. Come back to the short side. Narada Jackson, 1-on-1. Jackson steps in, slips. Still keeps it alive to Marsoe. Carrion fires it away. Good skill. Rademacher into the 22. Atlantis, pile on the numbers.
Offside.
Marsoe, ball in one hand. He's so casual. Oh, look at him, well sent.
Sione Marsoe making it look easy. Ball in one hand, casual, calm, collected. And the try, Atlantis. The response, so impressive. Falling to Gorilla in their second match after holding off their opponents, a scoreless victory, 52-0 in their first match today against Rock Rugby. They lost to Gorilla. You wondered how they would respond, if they would be down, if they would be holding their head. Not the case. What a win from Atlantis.
A double from Sione Marsoe. Kick successful. It's a mammoth score. Final score, 49 points to nothing. Atlantis take out the Orsu Jesters in Pool B.
Everybody's saying that I lost my mind, but I ain't never ever given up this time. 'Cause everybody knows that I've been on the grind, but I ain't never ever given up this time. Up this time. Up this time. Up, 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 up.
rugby's like, it's taught me to like work hard and like really like when the going gets tough to like not lay back or really like punch forward. Like that second win in the second half. And it's taught me that I have intensity, definitely.
Everybody's saying that I lost my mind, but I ain't never ever given up this time. 'Cause everybody knows that I've been on the grind, but I ain't never ever given up this time. I ain't never ever given up this time. Never given up this time. Everybody's saying that I lost my mind, but I ain't never ever given up this time. 'Cause everybody knows that I've been on the grind, but I ain't never ever given up this time. I ain't never ever given up this time.
Real quick, tell me what was your favorite part about playing rugby?
Just coming together, just like having a team, having a family on the field, and just like being like, it's so cool to like hit and smack someone for the first time when you can't do it in real life, and then right after you're all buddies with them.
Hey Alex, just the Falcons here from Manchester. We just want to wish you a big congratulations on being selected to the Team USA flag bearer for Youth Olympic Games. Awesome stuff for USA Rugby. Can't wait to watch you guys in action. Good luck.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars.
Alright, what just happened?
And we just won and qualified to go to the Youth Olympic Games.
What's it feeling like right now with that?
It feels pretty amazing. Like, we've all worked super hard as a team to get where we are now, and just this victory has been like amazing. Like, it's been like 10 minutes since we've ended, and I'm so happy about it.
What is to be a good weekend for the Eagles?
Oh, it's amazing. We're having so much fun out here. They're the best team in the world, so we get to try new things, practice some stuff, test the waters, and there's no pressure on it, so we're just having fun.
UAE Youth Olympic qualifier.
Yeah. It was pretty. We're all in shock. It happened so quick, but boys had resilience and we got the job done.
What's it like playing in the stadium?
It's honestly, it's pretty crazy. You walk in there, it's just like massive, but then when you really get into it, it's kind of just same
You just
old,
got to
right?
put aside the pressure and just live the moment, play what you know to do. And
And we don't need
Really quick thoughts on coming over here and playing 5-match series here in the U.S.
Yeah, it's awesome for us. We obviously have our Commonwealth Games in a couple of weeks' time down at the Gold Coast, so with a big gap between our last World Series, it was great to be able to come over, play an incredible team like the US, and really get that game experience for some of us.
All right, well, fantastic. Good luck at the Commonwealth, all right?
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Cheers.
You're representing your country. It makes you so proud. It's really words can't just describe how much of an honor it is to play in front of your home crowd.
Hey man, no more sleep no more, man. We got the medals around our neck. That's what we came to do and hold that trophy up, man. We got that cup. And we just want to put on a show for our family and friends, man, and do it on home soil. It hasn't been done before.
Man, it's unbelievable. I mean, since I hung up the boots, I mean, I became the biggest fan, and I'm just delighted and just so proud of the guys.
Hey, we talked after the semifinal. Now you came out and you guys got the job done. What's the feeling like?
Oh, absolutely incredible. We sang that national anthem. And it was
It's
so
inaugural
emotional
FREETAIL
and
Sevens
racing,
as we
and it went all the
celebrate
way through the
2019 and
game. Man, the
2020
boys got it
tomorrow.
done.
We're here in
Coach
the
got it
beautiful
done.
facility, the
Fans
Round Rock
got it done.
multi-purpose complex.
Absolutely epic
And
moment
it's
for rugby in America.
last two games. We have the men's competition with 8 teams, the women with 3, $4,000 on the line for both. I'm down in Stanford with Kit McConaughey. And again, what an event it's been. We've had Todd Clever come out here as well. A lot of special guests, and it's rugby that's on the showcase.
It is indeed. What a day. The weather has been perfect. The fans have been out here. Hope they will come and join us tomorrow as well. And being able to spend this day with you could not have been a better way to wrap things up. And what a match we have here, Gorilla and Round Rock.
Pool B will come to a close here, and it's Gorilla that are 2-0. They will top the pool, win or lose, because they had the head-to-head advantage against Atlantis. They defeated them in a thriller 22-19. They beat Orsu 33-15, and here they go straight away into the action, trying to rip it free. Good skill there from Tyson Lucas. The ball there with the co-captain Conlon. Now they drift across field. Gannon Rawlins. Rawlins flicks the ball free. Gourlay couldn't quite take that. Get the opening penalty.
Interested to see what we see from Rock Rugby. It's been a difficult day for the home team. They've lost 2 matches and taking on a very good undefeated Gorilla side that has power and pace.
Well, they've also lost one of their players right now, so they will go down to 6 for 2 minutes. And Gorilla attack the line with Conlon. Conlon bust through. No way through. Conlon goes the distance. That's magical stuff. Sparkling feet. And it's Evan Conlon. He opens up this game with a cracker.
What a run from the Lindenwood University man. The youngster just 20 years of age. Born in Portland, calls the greater Houston area home. Some of that talent in the Lone Star State. Quick tap and go, Conlon. Just everyone thought he was going to offload it, elected to keep it. And able to break through. Poor tackling from Rock Rugby. And Conlon cuts back, puts his foot in the ground, and he puts Gorilla ahead with the opener.
7-0 the score, all created there by Evan Conlon.
Quality of rugby we have seen today, outstanding. Teams from across the country, across the world have made their way here to Central Texas.
Well, that's the beautiful thing, and Gorilla Rugby impressing. Looking to go 3-0 so far in this tournament. You know, other big travellers from, a lot of players from Fiji, Lomaiviti. They were stunned in their game here, and George Tares scored a brilliant one earlier. Tares, oh, he is fast. Tares for the line. He's going to go the distance. Tares, an absolute stunner. Wow, bags himself a 5, and that's the response for Rock Rugby.
That's exactly what they needed. Another youngster, Tares, not even 20 years of age, from right here in Austin, Texas. The man who plays with Rock Rugby and the Huns. Tares downshifts, finds the extra gear, and able to motor his way in. What a job from Rock Rugby.
5 seconds.
A chance to tie things up with a conversion.
A burst of energy from Tares. He fires this one. It's not going to go over, but his team's on the board. 7-5 the score. Rock Rugby, a team that lost to Atlantis 52-0 and also 15-5, but find themselves back on the board.
And Tares, he's been impressive. We've seen him in previous matches. His side has not been able to come up on the right side of the scoreboard, but he has been a factor. Great size, great speed from the young man, and a very bright future from George Tares.
Kick it now.
Coach Rock looks on. His young academy players coming through the system. Tares is certainly one for the future. Big kick as well. Wonderful restart. It's knocked back.
That was backwards.
Rock Rugby try to get this
Also
one.
backwards.
It might stay here with Lucas, and it does with the Gorilla side. They go through Carl Brown.
Backwards up
Brown's
right.
pass is fine. Now the outside. Oh, big bump. Still going. Oh, clean pair of heels. Wonderful stuff here. Gorilla Rugby. They've got 2 number 7s on the field, and that could be Carl Brown himself. Brown to Brown, what a try.
Brown to Brown indeed. That equals gold. Brown creates the contact, goes into the defender, puts him on his back heel, knocks him back, and then Brown blows by everybody. The response, 7, so important to respond and to respond quickly when conceding points. That's exactly what Guerrilla Rugby does. Brown, you see him right at the defender, fins him off. The man unable to make the tackle, the would-be tackler for Rock Rugby, knocked backwards. Preston Wren unable to stop Brown, and Brown across for another 5-pointer.
Great bit of work in the build-up from Gannon Rawlins as well. Student at Texas A&M. Guerrilla Rugby stamp in 2 tries, both converted, 14 points to 5. They lead. They will set up a semi-final clash. They will take on Lomaiviti if things go their way in this game.
That's going to be a contrast of styles. The Lomaiviti team, that Fijian heritage side from Santa Rosa, California, older, more veteran. The oldest player for Guerrilla Rugby, just 22 years old.
Yeah, you almost don't want to play Lomaiviti in the knockout runs because they're oh so dangerous. So winning their pool run will be a good thing in the end. And this could be a yellow card. Yes, it is. Can't interrupt the passage of the pass.
Mark's right here.
Referee is on the mark.
Time's on.
Rock Rugby.
Take another look at it there.
They have a crack as referee Pugh looks on, trying to duck through there. A lot of pink jerseys out there, Rock Rugby. With possession now, they flick it through. Oh, good busting tackle. Oh, and the youth as well. Looking to put the speed down. Strong tackle coming in there on Brandon Johnson. Ball's been turned over, and here they go with Lucas. Tyson Lucas. T-Dollar. T-Dollar's being chased all the way. T-Dollar. Oh, no change needed. Gets the offload. And George Gale is there in support. Guerrilla Rugby have yet another score.
T-Dollar making it happen. And you see Rock Rugby on one end looking like they're going to have something going. Brandon Johnson, a beautiful run from the Mount St. Mary's University man. But he just tried to make the ill-advised offload, turns it over, and T-Dollar making everybody look foolish. An incredible run right through the heart of the Rock Rugby defense. And it's so often the case in sevens. Defense turned to offense, another 5 for Guerrilla Rugby.
Water off, gentlemen.
Been one of the players to watch, hasn't he? Lucas, the electrical engineer out of the University of Arkansas.
Last play.
Final play of the first half. Thanks to that beautiful offload to Gregor Gale. Man who went to ICCC, 20 years of age. Guerrilla Rugby in the driving seat, 21 points to 5. Looking to remain unbeaten. Rock Rugby had a couple of good moments as they get thrown towards the touchline. Interception coming this way. Jeremy Brown. Brown scored the deciding try against Atlantis for the win. Gets the intercept as well.
And the second time in a row we have seen a mistake, an ill-advised offload, trying to keep the play alive, trying to make something happen, and it's turned into points. We saw it before. Johnson from the ground tried to find a teammate. He couldn't. And the other way went Guerrilla, and they will do so yet again on the spot. Jeremy Brown, another Texas A&M Fighting Aggie. He finds the 5 before the break, extending Guerrilla's lead.
Conlon's kick stays to the side. Halftime in this Pool B clash. And it's Guerrilla that lead 26 points to 5 against Rock Rugby as we wind down day 1 of the FREETAIL Sevens.
Local sponsorships, Tradeview Markets is committed to helping the sport of rugby grow. Investing in local amateur rugby teams around the world allows Tradeview to make a positive impact in the team's community and provide support where it is really needed, rather than advertising with professional teams that don't need the money. Rugby has played a huge role in Tradeview's phenomenal success. Many of our staff play or coach rugby, and we recognize the positive influence the sport has had in their life. This is our way of giving back to the sport. Our goal is to put a Tradeview logo on every top local rugby team jersey.
Okay.
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. Calling.
On the goal line.
You ready?
We're just outside the music capital of the world, Austin, Texas. Round Rock welcomes you to the inaugural FREETAIL Sevens. Last men's match for day one, women's match after this, and then day two, $4,000 for each winner. One for the women, one for the men. Meanwhile, it's 26 points to 5. Our leaders in this one, Gorilla, looking to go 3-0 against Rock Rugby. Punch their ticket into the semi-finals. They will play Lomaiviti, and Raggamuffins will play Atlantis in the men's section. This one stays with Rock Rugby in pink as they look to move it through Will Rowden.
Time's off.
And time is off, so we're going to have a chat here to our assistant referee to see what is on the crack. Kit, what do you think?
So important for Rock Rugby to get something going early here in the second half.
Another knock on. So we're back from here? Yes. Okay. First knock off, here in the kickoff. Second knock on, over there by White. It's going to be a White scrum.
You hear it right there. It'll be scrum to Rock. They had opportunities in the first half, but it was Gorilla who was able to capitalize that speed, those young legs just breaking through the brown-to-brown connection. And everyone on that team just so talented. We saw Big Rollins powering through. Conlon was a factor as well. Haven't seen Jason Tidwell. He was outstanding earlier today. I think that's just a matter of time.
Voice of Kit McConaughey, I'm Dallin Stanford. Thanks for joining us wherever you're tuning in from around the world.
You're wheeling. 9.
Sun starts to set here in
Tropical.
beautiful state
7.
of Texas.
Wheeling.
Rock get a penalty. They come down here with Rowden. Again, it's difficult hands. The ball's been dropped there, and it's Ambrose Inman.
Poor pass. I'm not quite sure who Rock was intending that one for. It was between the two men for Rock Rugby.
Tropical scrum.
The results. Turnover, the knock-on scrum coming to Gorilla. They have been so impressive. Few mistakes. It's been very clean on their part. Sometimes young teams, you don't see that, particularly in big tournaments like this, but credit to them.
Fine.
Gorilla with Dutch Patterson. Patterson claims to have taught Bruce Lee a few moves. We'll see if he can get going there.
Only warning.
Also, if you want to play in this tournament next year, we know it's going to be around New Year's time, so the FREETAIL7s.com, go to our website. The invitation welcomes you from across the globe. Place for both women's teams and men's teams. Come here to one of the best places on the planet. Well, big contact thrown in there from Dutch Patterson. Not scared to go after his opposite number. Rock Rugby come in here with a few shoulders, but it stays with Gorilla.
Advantage outside.
We're up 26-5, looking to extend that lead. Couple of good steps. Ball on the outside just goes over the top there of Gaulet. He scored one in the first half. This time knocks it on.
Nope. A bit too close in. He needed a flat ball quickly out to him. Instead, tried to loft one over the top. He was unable to get to it.
Yes.
But you mentioned it. What a day this has been. The weather is picture perfect, almost 70 degrees and sunny, not a cloud in the sky. Great host here in the live music capital of the world. Hard to ask for much more to close out the year.
Plenty of action happening downtown as well tomorrow as we bring in the New Year in style in 2020. We've had visits from Todd Clever, most capped US Eagle of all time, now Director of Rugby here at the Austin Herd. This beautiful Round Rock complex. 16 matches today. This is number 15. Gorilla look to come away with this one. The second year they formed their side. They are looking very strong in this competition. Top 4 sides here. Patterson goes quickly. Gorilla want to get a bit of space on the outside. Get a foot race set up here for Jeremy Brown. Defenders coming nicely on Gorley. Gorilla Rugby get a penalty.
Side entry.
Jason Tidwell, there he goes. Tidwell gets the fan, doesn't even need the step this time. Tidwell, too strong, too powerful. Even though it's pink on pink, they won't stop him.
I told you, Dallin, it was just a matter of time before we saw Jason Tidwell, the 20-year-old originally from Michigan, a Texas A&M University student. He has made Texas home. He's made Round Rock home. An outstanding performance from him today and his teammates. Tidwell again.
10 seconds.
The arm tackle simply not enough. You have to wrap up number 14. Rock Rugby unable to do so, and Tidwell with another 5 on the board for Gorilla.
Carl Brown adds 2 extras as well. 33 points to 5, the score right now. Jason Tidwell.
And what this team has been able to do in just their second year as a competitive program, astounding.
About 15 seconds.
Top 4 with $4,000 on the line tomorrow. Make sure you join us then. We're going to start at local time, 1:35, go all the way to the men's final at 5:20. Women's final will be 2 games before that at 4:30. Rock Rugby, chance for them to have their final say. SLA, flashiest with possession. Now they go through Justin Tucker. Tucker drives the legs of his.
Wasn't held.
Under 2 minutes to go.
Hold right there.
In this pool clash. Max Mora. Mora knows one way, and that's straight. The student at Auburn. Rock Rugby have to go back to the left-hand side, looking for some of their danger men, and that ball's drifted forward.
It's come to Gorillas. Right here, Blake. Gotcha.
Mentioned the money on the line tomorrow. I think $4,000. You could have a bit of fun in downtown Austin on New Year's Eve.
Well, maybe we should get the cleats on as well.
I'll leave that to you.
There's another look at the forward pass. Yes, certainly. Referee Pugh on the mark.
Crouch.
Yeah, these money tournaments are fantastic as well. You get to come to a new city, a new place, play against teammates, friends, some new friends from all over the world as well. And here come Gorilla. Big step as well. Not to be denied. Yet another score. They are fantastic.
There is the nail in the coffin, Gorilla. Another 5, Dutch Patterson, the youngster, another A&M Aggie. The Aggies well represented. Gig'em again. Patterson, a patient run, cuts back inside. And we've seen that. I've been so impressed from this Gorilla side, and not just the youth, the speed, what you expect, but the patience and the rugby IQ there as well.
2 more points for Kyle Brown, the 19-year-old. Youngest on the team and the only one with a bachelor's degree. Converts the score from Dutch Patterson. 40 points to 5. It's happy reading for Coach Mickey Patterson.
It's going to be last play.
Last play for them. They will go through unbeaten, 3-0. They will face Lomaiviti in what will only be described as an absolute barn burner tomorrow here on day 2 of the FREETAIL Sevens. Rock Rugby knocked this one on, and that was their final moment in the sun so far. Full time. It is Gorilla Rugby victorious by 40 points to 5 against Rock Rugby.
What these guys have done for us, for our country, is something that could never be paid back. something that us as civilians could only appreciate and respect?
I mean, there's some hard stories in there. So they're all great guys. You wish they were still here today with you, but you understand. You know, duty calls. They served a mission, and there's tragic. You know, there's tragedy and everything. And you know, a lot of them died in war. Others died when they came back home, and there's a lot of suffering and pain involved. But you try to bring the good out in every situation, and this is our way of doing it.
My dad loved rugby, played it in college and played it in the Marine Corps.
Rugby was a big part of his life. You know, it was a big thing that he enjoyed. It was a way to bond with others and to kind of release stress when he was in the Marine Corps. And John unfortunately died by suicide in 2005. Returned from a deployment in Iraq and really was struggling with depression and post-traumatic stress and didn't get the help he needed and died, you know, 3 months after he returned.
He did get to play. We were supposed to play. First Marine killed in Afghanistan, and you know, sometimes I wonder if it was my fault. I know I gotta be better. And I've been in the slump. I've had some hard times, and you know, and my daughter passed away 3 years ago, and it just all steamrolled. And then I finally got back around rugby again, and I got in touch with these guys, and I knew at that moment I had to, because I gotta fix myself for him and for her. And
so, you know, it's been 11 years since his death, and one of the things that I've really tried to do is to find things that my boys would be a part of that connected them to their dad.
Well, I'm just honored to play with these you know, Marines and really just try to live live like my dad would want me to, and I think he would just be he would love to see me out here, and I wish he was out here with us. I know if he knew about this after he retired or got out or had the time, I know he would be right up here with us. So just trying to carry on the legacy, and I love playing rugby too. So, but play with these guys and kind of just play for my dad, play for all these other fallen Marine rugby players.
The importance of veterans and supporting them. I mean, they say freedom's not free, so it comes with a cost, an expensive one. So we hope that America likes what we're doing for them. Just want everybody to care as much as we do.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars.
All right, what just happened?
And we just won and qualified to go to the Youth Olympic Games.
What's it feeling like right now with that?
It feels pretty amazing. Like, we've all worked super hard as a team to get where we are now, and just this victory has been like amazing. Like, it's been like 10 minutes since we've ended, and I'm so happy about it.
What is a good weekend for the Eagles?
Oh, it's amazing. We're having so much fun out here. They're the best team in the world, so we get to try new things, practice some stuff, test the waters, and there's no pressure on it, so we're just having fun.
You won the Youth Olympic qualifiers.
Yeah. It was we're all in shock. It happened so quick, but boys had resilience and we got the job done.
What's it like playing in the stadium?
It's pretty crazy. You walk in there and it's just like massive, but then when you really get into it, it's kind of just same
You just got to
right?
put aside the pressure and just live the moment, play what you know to do.
Really quick thoughts on coming over here and playing the 5-match series here in the U.S.
Yeah, it's awesome for us. We obviously have our Commonwealth Games in a couple of weeks' time down at the Gold Coast, so with a big gap between our last World Series, it was great to be able to come over, play an incredible team like the US, and really get that game experience for some of us.
All right, well, fantastic. Good luck at the Commonwealth, all right?
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Cheers.
You're representing your country. It makes you so proud. It's really words can't just describe how much of an honor it is to play in front of your home crowd.
Hey, man, no more sleep no more, man. We got the medals around our neck. That's what we came to do and hold that trophy up, man. We got that cup. And we just want to put on a show for our family and friends, man, and do it on home soil. It hasn't been done before.
Man, it's unbelievable. I mean, from since I hung up the boots, I mean, I became the biggest fan, and I'm just delighted and just so proud of the guys.
Hey, we talked after the semifinal. Now you came out and you guys got the job done. What's the feeling like?
Oh, absolutely incredible.
And welcome back to the FREETAIL Sevens. We are going to finish it on day one the way we started it, with the Central Queensland Dingoes against Phoenix in the women's bracket. I'm Alex Scoff. I'm with Aaron Bowen.
Black
and Aaron, this was a big win for Phoenix at the beginning of the day, but going through a tournament, you can turn things around if you work on it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see how Dingoes progress throughout the day.
Central Queensland Dingoes, most of them from well in the interior into Australia, often driving 4, 5, or many more hours to go play rugby. They flew a long way here, but the flying right now is done by Phoenix right off the kickoff, and it is Jetta Owens just dragged down, but guess who's there as usual? Alicia Washington in support. Quickly, they're spinning it out. Nate Serevi, nice long pass, and she caps it off in the corner. Serevi with the try, and a bit of a hug from the tackler, and it is a try for Phoenix. Open it up, less than a minute gone, try.
That was a great team ball, for sure. Good job on Dingoes for making those tackles. Try-saving tackle, but it didn't matter. They just swung it out to the wing, scored the try.
Nice catch on that kickoff, and then just put on a move, and away she went. And like you said, Aaron, did not give up on that tackle.
No, thank you.
And they're coming in.
Water off, please. The ball's been kicked.
86. Yeah. 86, Talay Wilson from Hornsby, New South Wales. Not a Queenslander. And the pass from Jennifer Salomon, who scored a try for the Mexican national team against Scotland during the Sevens World Cup qualifiers. So she has that on her resume. That's never going to go away. Restart by Phoenix. Taken by the Dingoes. And now they look to see what they can do to work with it.
Advantage.
Mahoney gets it out wide.
Advantage
and
over.
That's to Pajese, but they are not able to secure the ball. Picked up and just taken into the corner by Phoenix. And that's just some heads-up play from Gemma Rowland to make the second try for Phoenix.
Gotta love it. Gotta love that contestant ball, jump ball in the air.
Yep.
If you get it, you get it.
And she dropped the ball, and not enough people there to cover it, and then just picked it up and went into the corner. And don't you love that?
Yeah.
You know, he just like pick it up, and it's complete green.
It's open. Oh, I remember a lot of those times.
You might. I usually when I see a lot of green, I look for someone faster to pass it to.
Yeah. Oh, man, I see green in front of me. That's one of my favorite things to see. I think any player would say that.
10-0 for Phoenix. And Phoenix has just been so brutal on mistakes. You have to be able to hold on to that ball in contact. And a high kick from Salomon. Control by the Dingoes now.
It's a tackle.
He's well controlled.
Backward.
Oh, and again, unable to keep the handle on it.
No hands, no
well
hands.
Consolidated now. Phoenix already has it. Serevi. And out to Rowland. And the pass from Owens going wide. She breaks through a tackle. And there, another try for Phoenix. Christine Krieger, she gets her first one, and that was just a series of really nicely timed passes.
Oh, absolutely. You got to love team ball. Team ball to the wing is the best execution you can have.
We see
3 minutes.
Good clear out from Washington. Dug out by Serevi. And then that little just pass. That was well taken there because that was a bit of a high one.
Way to straighten up. Commit that
One
defender.
stop, just
commit
one.
her. Open her
They're
up
on.
free.
They're good to go.
Kick is no good, and we are at 15-0. And twice now, Dingoes have won that restart and then lost the ball in contact. And that's the thing that they've got to worry about, is that really haven't been able to put anything together.
Yep.
Phoenix undefeated today. Central Queensland was able to beat Texas pretty comfortably. They did win that in a shutout. Restart doesn't go 10 meters. Got to go 10 meters, so it's a free
Dingoes
kick.
got to offer.
And we start. Danielle Plummer gets them going.
Roll
Good
away, 8.
short ball. That was Ingledew. Big wide pass. Now what? With a little bit of shifty, a little shake and bake there. Oh, she's gone through. Beaten another one and just slapped out of her hands. Some fancy footwork from Talay Wilson, but just not able to hold on to it in the end. And there goes Krieger around the outside. You see she's just sort of cruising there. I think she's got another gear to give. She might need it.
What a chase.
Good covered defense, and Dingoes
Poach
right
good.
over that ball.
Poach is
The
good.
poach is there. Dingoes still have it, so somehow they got out of that problem, but they are pinned against their own goal line. Not
Yeah, Poach is
everybody is
fine.
quick to get back on the ball, and it is poached back
Knees down, release.
by Phoenix. There it is. The fend, and that will be the try for Phoenix. Amy Crawford, who's actually from Phoenix, Arizona, now living in Dallas. She gets the try. Played, among other places, played for Nuremberg and the Bavarian select size while she was in Germany.
15
So she's been all, as what's great about this game, right? It's a global game. You can go anywhere in the world. You can find a rugby team to play with.
I say the best part of rugby is the camaraderie and brotherhood, sisterhood. You know, the family. No matter where you are, where you go, you play rugby. They welcome you with both open arms. And a beer, probably.
And a beer,
Time
probably.
is correct. It's going to be one more restart.
Lots of that.
Natasha Pajese tried to go in for that tackle. She went in a little bit high. And was fended off quite convincingly by Crawford, who goes in to make it 20-0. 4 tries, no conversions for Phoenix. And the restart. That's a good high one. Dingoes get under it. They have it. Now this is a great vantage point for us to see how the team spreads from the end zone. Beautifully done. Mahoney
Backward.
trying to do something. But again, the connection not quite there. Rescued by Pierce. And
nice.
not enough people there. Phoenix, they still have it. Really nice pickup and
Good
pass
handling.
there. And right inside, Jennifer Salomon from New
It's gonna be
York
half- I
City.
got it.
And she gets a try.
You can do
It's going to
this
be
one,
halftime
Puppet.
after the kick.
They are playing great
You
team
do
ball.
your
The
thing.
Phoenix team, for
You
sure.
do your plop chop.
You gotta love it when you're playing good team ball.
There we go.
He
Head
goes-
on a swivel. There's that pickup and pass, and that was nicely done. That was Dedic, the member of the Croatian national team. They call her Crow because
as you would.
played for the Croatian team.
As you
and
would.
as you would. 25-0 halftime, and Phoenix looking very, very strong. Aaron, now what does Central Queensland need to do to get back into this?
It seems that they're just a little hesitant. You know, when they got the ball, they want to go left or right. They just got to make a decision. Seems like the hesitation is making that defense. The defensive side just come up in their, you know, in their
the
face.
sun, when you run that
and
way,
it's
the sun is
breaking them
directly in
down.
your eye.
And it looks like if they just don't hesitate as much, they
So if
get
it was
the
a
ball out
forward
and
pass,
use
you'd have to call it
good
in because I
teamwork, they
wasn't.
do
I'm literally just running a straight line.
Central Queensland came in and
Directly.
You got that side now? Yeah, I okay. All right. We got time.
But I told her, I was like, advantage. I said it. I knew everybody heard. I was like, advantage. I was like, when I was like, I didn't put my hand up. Yeah, I appreciate it. Wasn't this game close the first time they played? Huh? Wasn't this game close the first time they played? I thought Dingoes won the first time. The first time they played? Yeah, I had it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, I think we're playing. It was the very first game of the day. It was the very first game of the day. Still got 45 seconds. 45 seconds.
And we are back for the second half of this women's bracket game at the FREETAIL Sevens. We're wrapping up day one with Phoenix Rugby Sevens against the Central Queensland Dingoes.
That's what I'm paid to do.
CQ coming all the way from Australia and the bush of Australia, the interior Australia. Pretty tough to make a travel to the coast, let alone get all the way from Brisbane out to Austin, Texas, but they have done that to come play, and right now they're looking down the business end of a 25-0 deficit, and Aaron Bone, difficulties for Central Queensland. Good stuff from Phoenix.
Sure, absolutely. Let's see if they can fight back in the second half, bring it to them, and they definitely did travel the furthest.
Solomon with the kick.
Not 10,
and
but
flying into that breakdown, but Central Queensland able to hold on to it. Dingoes now. What are they going to do with this? Would do well to break through a couple of tackles. They've been able to pick up a couple of Americans on the team. One of them just going into contact right there. And that would be Lindsay Mahoney. And now looking much better. It's a good fend. Another one as they try to get out of their own end. Salomon with the tackle.
Tackle release.
Didn't release that. Finally released the tackle player.
She's fine. Offsides, Black. Offsides advantage.
Definitely talks well.
So playing.
We're going to come back to the offsides on Black.
Offside by Phoenix. Tapped quickly. And that was Tillay Wilson, who's actually played for the ACT Brumbies women's team. And dug out and Dingoes straight ahead. I think this is what's going to work for them against Phoenix. Straight ahead, Ingledew going through. She's taken down. Challenging the defense of Phoenix and forced to make more tackles than they've had to most of the day. Oh, look at that. Look at that face, the determination on the face. Once again, just getting it out there. Hamilton. Spoke to Olivia Hamilton earlier today. Oh, the fend. Sit down.
Beauty.
Yeah. Getting a little angry, but you know, once you do that, you've got
Coach
to.
is good.
And it's stolen, and Phoenix now off to the races, and Sarevi just stretching her legs, looking back. There's not going to be any doubt. And the capped Eagle played number 8 for the USA. And number 4 goes in for another number 5, and it'll be 30-0, Phoenix.
That was a great ball game.
Well, they
great ball playing, good all the way across the field, working it back and forth. Can't complain with it. Good poaching.
Well, that was the big one, wasn't it? It was the poach.
Poach killed it. Absolutely. Great.
They tried to get in there. She didn't want to go forward, and she just sort of ended up. Yeah, that could be. And here's the thing. Okay, so Aaron, this is a tournament. You're here all day. You play 3 games. Sometimes you play more than that in some tournaments. But in this one, this is the 3rd game of the day. You know, those legs can feel it at this point.
Oh, absolutely. They are definitely fatigued, and you know that's what they say. You're never fit enough for sevens.
Never fit enough.
Backward.
Dingoes now. Once again, they want to get through those tackles. And this is better from the Dingoes again. Mahoney. Getting that ball back quickly. Good hands. Oh, the basketball pass. That's okay. The sidestep. Oh, it was almost there.
Off your feet, 12. Off your feet.
Tesma Vesey
Back 10.
trying to make a move. Penalty against Phoenix. So once again, here comes Ingledew.
No hands, Black.
The apprentice diesel fitter. Not the greatest pass. Oh, there's a sidestep. Oh, there's another sidestep. Took 2 out of the play. Now what can they do about it? Again, oh, the fend. Nicely done. Popped it back inside for Vesey. And coming out from Pratt, Mahoney. Natasha Pajesi in there too. And a big long pass. Went backwards, but that kind of killed the momentum of that attack. And Central Queensland having trouble getting out of their own end. They're not going to want to kick it, that's for sure. That Tamika Bracknell. They certainly don't want to go wide. They're not happy with that.
Off and the guy on the ground. Would have not.
Well, the ball was knocked loose, and Bracknell then played the ball while she was on the ground. So that'll be a penalty against the Dingoes, and Phoenix gets a tap right under the
definitely
ball.
unlucky.
They can make a sub and slow their sub down.
They were doing really well, but when she got on the ground and picked up her feet, played the ball, played on the ground.
And tapped quickly by Jetta Owens. And she's looking to get it to Dadich. And quickly out again. And a nice smooth passing. Christina Krieger, that's number 3 for her. And just easy as you like when you get that kind of passing served up with Tony Armstrong also involved in that movement. And right there, that was Jen Johnson.
It's great team ball.
Krieger.
So they say at the end, if, you know, everyone wants to do the fancy moves, cuts, and loops, hands will do.
Hands will do. The kick is good, the first one of the day, or well, of this game. So we've had 7 tries and 1 conversion and 37-0 now. Phoenix dominating the field right now as they have been throughout the day. And in fact, they started the day 34-5 over Central Queensland and then bounced back with a 44-0 defeat of Texas. And it looks like they're chasing that score with just less than a minute to go. Ball's out. Central Queensland, again, looking to try and just get out of there. And a low pass, difficult to get the handle. And scrum on their own 22. Frustrating. Every time, you know, you're ready, okay, let's go. And then a low pass or something, a drop.
The first thing to go is mental, you know, fatigued. Less oxygen in the brain, you're fatiguing. You know, you're there when you're there out down that field playing the 3rd game. It's the first thing you go is thinking.
Johnson
back
passing it out.
Both sides.
Owens managed to control it somehow. Armstrong now has it. She sees the try line, goes right around the corner. Taken down, but in goal. That will be, I think that's going to be a try. Referee checking. Touch judge said, I don't know. that was a beautiful shrug.
I really thought that was a knock-on.
She's like, okay, well, I guess. Okay, so try to Phoenix, and it'll be 42-0. And that was, again, just sort of basic stuff. And then Armstrong just took the corner.
Sure. I really thought that was a knock-on just before that motion from the 9, but I guess not. Play on. She did, ran it through the corner, touched it down.
Whipped around and finally able to get it down. Tried to get under it, and that will be your ball game, 42-0. And Phoenix has been mighty impressive in this women's bracket. So what do you see, Aaron?
Oh, man, that was hard fought. Both sides, slight mistakes and minors, but they will be back at it again tomorrow.
Yes.
Let's see if they replace it.
So they will, and so will the men's bracket. We've seen some excellent performances from Gorilla and from Raggamuffins and Atlantis and Lomaiviti. They will all be in the Final Four. check to see the women's bracket as well. Thank you for an amazing tournament here so far. Ryan Walker did a great job organizing
Absolutely.
this.
Thank you, Ryan.
Ginty, running the production crew, and the production crew and the cameramen done a fantastic job today, and I've enjoyed it. Aaron, I've enjoyed working with you.
Absolutely,
Don
Alex.
Stafford, Kit McConico, a tremendous job all the way around, and this tournament has a great future, and the future is right now. It's tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And if you're in town, come see.
Come on out. We will see you tomorrow.
All right, so we will see you tomorrow. Game 2, day 2 promises to be excellent.
That's a wrap.